House Baratheon is assembling the fleet on the high seas. This is Legendary Tactics. So we're looking at House Baratheon today. We are assembling the fleet, and we are, and there's Sir Davos right away giving us, and Saladar Saan giving us some savvy advice. So the goal for this particular scenario is that we are to invade and take over 3 ports. 3 enemy ports, which is also important. So we're going to consolidate at our home base there. We're going to be marching at Kingswood, and we'll be marching in the seas as well. So we want to just sort of branch out a little bit here. I want to get up into the north with our ship, and I would like to just gain a little more crown and get some extra forces. So the big dilemma was with my my land forces. Sorry, the forces at my home base was to whether I bring them on the mainland or if I use them for going further into the north. Oh, actually, I didn't want to do 2. I think I just wanted to do the 1 up there. So we'll bring them both back and just send the 1 up. I do want to keep 1 ship off of Shipbreaker Bay there. I want to keep 1 in the bay so that I have a little bit of protection as well. So, okay, so Lannister's kind of branching out a bit there. Martell's moving out as well. So with that ship now in the north, I'm able to actually transport troops up there as well, as long as he can maintain his spot there. That's a pretty critical spot for taking ports up in the north. And there's actually 2 ports up in the north. We'll get into that later that are open for takeover. Okay, so my troop in Kingswood here, I'm going to move down into Storm's End there and take the castle. I will spend the crown to maintain control Kingswood. There's nothing really around Kingswood that's going to be able to get there anytime soon, so I may as well keep control of that land spot there. And I do have the muster ability with my base there, so I will bring in I'm going to bring in a catapult. Oh, and mustering comes up. Oh, excellent. Okay, so that's going to be helpful. We will be able to gain a bit more troops. And ships are, of course, very important in this particular scenario, so mustering ships is not a bad idea at all. I'm going to spruce up my land forces a bit, though, because we do also need to take over some land space. And we're going to be doing some bidding, so we do want to try... Okay, 2 and 2's going to win it. That's excellent. Okay, so the Iron Throne is mine. That's the tiebreakers. That's awesome. You do want to try and get as many on the track as you can. It's very helpful to have that those buffs going for your... And I secured the Raven too. That's excellent. Okay, so first place on 2 with the 3, and a paltry 5th on the sword there, which is not great, but I'll take those 2 firsts for sure. So we got a lot of different troops here to consider. I think there's a lot of decisions to make here. So I've got a raid option for that ship in the north. I could throw off any of the enemies up there with what their plans are if they're going to consolidate. I'm just in a bit of a dilemma though if I want to do that one or if I want to do a support. If I'm just trying to decide where I want to move my troops, because for my main base, do I want to move them to the mainland or do I want to move them north, or I could even potentially move them south, depending on how I feel. So at Storm's End, though, I am going to do the extra defensive posture there. I'll do a consolidate. When a ship is at port, you can actually use it to consolidate and gain a crown. So that's one nice thing about if you're actually landed. If you're in the open seas, you can't consolidate with ships, but if you are at port, then you can. So I'm going to go with a raid up there. And for that ship just off of my base, I think a support would be fine. That would be just fine, yeah. Now, what is Martel doing here? Oh, there's going to be a fair bit of marching with Martel. Okay. And there are some consolidates going around there. Oh, see that? There's two. There's that other further northerly base up there, eh? So that's another base that we'll consider taking. So now I do have the Raven. I can actually replace an order, or look at the top wildling card. And I think I will replace an order here. Let's take a look at which I'd like to replace. So there's a lot of options. So if I were, there's no one really in a march. So if I were to actually, and there's no raid around there, so I will actually take the extra consolidate there, and gain a crown. All right, so we'll burn that support order. That's done. That was a good spend of a raid. Oh, and they did get there. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, he had a raid in the seas there. Oh, sneaky, darn. Did lose a consolidate. So, here's my... Okay, so I think I will send my troops up to the northerly reaches there. There's 2 ports available for taking up there, so you do kind of have to expand out and north, and there's one south, and there's also one on the western part of the island as well. There's a couple on the western, so we'll send those troops up there to see if we cannot take some land from, I believe those are the Starks up there. So we'll see if we can't upend their defense there. And oh my goodness, 8-2. This should be pretty straightforward. So I do not need to spend a very high op card here. I'm going to use Patch Face, I think. I'll use Brienne of Tarth. We'll see if we can't take out. Okay, so they're gonna have to ship out. I do really like Patch Face. I want to save that though for when I'm really wanting to whittle down a card, the highest card, or a card I do not want my opponent to have there. So I just took that first port, so there's 1 of 3 done. I landed and successfully conquered that port, so we got, Mace Tyrell's a great card too. Oh. Okay. So we do have the first of 3 harbors that we've successfully taken over. We're down to 2 here. So we're really trying to see how quickly we can take this these 3 ports. So we are in turn 2 of 8, and we'll do our best to try and get this under. Oh, I'd love to get it under 6. I know Flash did actually accomplish this same mission, and he did it in record time. I believe it was 26 minutes. So if you're interested in his approach to the same level, check out the video, his video there on how he was able to beat this level. So I'm taking a slightly different approach than Flash, and we're gonna see how mine stacks up. So my dilemma is, do I want a siege engine or do I want some land troops? I'm gonna go with the siege engine because for taking castles, there is nothing better really. So, and we're gonna gain some crowns here, which is wonderful. Getting 2 bonus consolidate crowns, we'll take that. Okay, we bring to the round 3 planning phase here. So we'll take a consolidate there. And a consolidate there. Those are nice easy crowns to pick up. And we do have our troops there. And I think I'm going to march them. I'm going to march them to the next castle. I've got the siege engine. But we may as well keep pushing them forward into the next castle. And I will use my ship as a support. And this ship out at the sea there. And this guy. I kind of want to march him, but I do need another troop with him, so I'm going to use the consolidate with the muster ability. And my troops are at Storm's End. Jeez, do I want to march them or just defend them? Defend there. Let's go with the extra defense. That'll ward off any Martell thoughts of coming into... and I'll use my ships out there. There's 2 of them, so I may as well use them as a support function. That'll just give it a little extra buff. So I'll have a fair bit of firepower. Now, again, I get my Raven ability, so do I want to look at the card of the Wildlings or replace a token? Sorry, replace an order token. So kind of a tough decision here. Thinking about how I want to sort of tackle this, because you could get some good insight into the Wildlings are not imminently attacking, but you do want to be set in case, you know, it's a really powerful ability that you want to make sure you have a knowledge of, and then you you want to be making sure you finish, say, with the highest bidder. So that's an important consideration to make. So all right, let's look at the top card here. So we've got the Rattleshirt Raiders. And lowest bidder is going to be reduced 2 positions. Everyone else is going to be reduced 1 position if we lose. And the highest bidder is increased 1 position on the supply track if we win. So the options would be now to place that card on the top of the deck or to place that card on the very bottom. And that decision will be on us. We'll go on the bottom. Okay, so it is time for the raid order phase here. And I don't know if we did a raid or not this round. I don't think we did, actually. So we're in the movement phase now. We want to definitely push our troops into... This is going to be a big battle here, and it potentially will be... I believe that port is connected in the north, so we will be taking a second port if we can overtake this. Winterfell. I'm just deciding if I want to do that right away or if maybe we should go south and then push north. Winterfell does have an attack of 11, which is pretty strong, and they have a lot of troops. So I think it would be right now easier for us to go in and take the lower... this is going to be against the Greyjoys here, so we'll at White Harbor we're going to be fighting the Greyjoys, and we're going to definitely maintain possession. So 8-2. We've got a pretty sizable advantage here, though. Now it is even 9-2 with that extra support in the seas. We don't even really need to spend anything else other than a 1. I want to save my patch face. We don't need to use patch face against Greyjoys. They're not really a factor for us right now. Okay, so now Winterfell has kind of been spread out. I would think next turn is where I'm going to actually spend the time to go in there and attack House Stark at Winterfell. Oh, and Robb Stark is out of the picture here. I'd love to see those 3 bangers go. That's perfect. And with just 1 horse there defending Winterfell, there's not a lot of defensive, so... And I do have my siege engine ready to rock and roll, so that'll be a very good take. Martell's moving around there a little bit in the south. Martell and Tyrell are going head to head here. And... Okay, oh, Lannister's spreading a little bit. Oh, another for the Reach. A battle for the Reach here. Okay, see if Tyrell can withstand another assault here. Oh boy, Lannister has clearly dominated that one, so Tyrell's out of there, the reach. Okay. No more muster available. We didn't take enough land, I suppose, there, so we've got to actually try and spread out our resources a bit more. Alright, so everyone can collect, or we're going to bid on the tracks, and I think I'm doing well on the tracks, so I think everyone can just collect. Now, we are going to try and be the highest bidder here so that we get, and we will, because we do have the ability. We're going to be increased on the supply, so that's a little bit helpful for us. Oh, maybe not at all, actually, no, because we were already at level number 1 there. So okay, so we're going to keep marching our land troops there in the north. Winterfell is going to be in trouble. We do need to get some more land mass supply so that we can actually get that siege engine supported. I'm also debating bringing him over to Storm's End. That might be a wise maneuver, and then there'd be actually a little more firepower down in the south, which would help potentially take that third port down there. So let's see here. We'll do a supporting action with those 2 ships. Having 2 ships too and nothing really around is great. That's a nice easy support and great great help for any attacks that we're going to do, or any defensive maneuvers we need to maintain against. So I'm going to use that in Storm's End there. I'm going to use a 2 defense. We'll do a support up in the north of that 1 ship. And we will see what we're going to see here. Okay. Did see there's a number of consolidates. Now we do get to choose again. And we'll take a quick peek around here. Let's just see if there's anything worth flipping. So there is a raid order over there. Not particularly close. Let's change that order. And we'll do a raid. Try and cancel out anything. We can cancel out the support there of the 1 ship at the very least. Okay. So we will do the raid order, and we will get rid of that support from that ship in the far north, from the House Stark. They're out of there. Okay. Oh boy, there goes my support. That was unfortunate. That was a nice 2-banger support there for... We will be getting our siege engine onto the mainland here. Just deciding, do I want to bring it up with my other ones, or do I want to take new land? Well, I do need that port. Kind of makes sense to bring it into the south, I think. Let's bring it down there. We've got some, we've got a force to be reckoned with. Before I do that, though, let's march and see what happens. Now, it's only 6 defense now, and with my siege engine coming up, that's going to be a little more substantial. Alright, let's see if we can't take the second here. We're definitely going to maintain that. Okay, and it's 9-4. We're going to have to use a little more, not too much of a powerful card, to be honest. It's, we'll use Patch Face now, and we will get rid of House Stark's best card. Let's trash one of those cards right now. We took... Oh yeah, goodbye, Eddie. Eddie Stark is gone. Gonzo, there we go. Good. Oh, Patch Face. His little tricks again. And there is the second port. So we really have 1 more port to overtake, and then we will have accomplished our goal here of the 3 ports. So we are on turn 4, which is not bad at all. So we're just into the halfway mark of the game here. Remember, you only do have 8 turns to accomplish whatever task you've been given for a lot of these. It's usually an 8 turn. As far as I've seen, it's an 8 turn for every one. So This one hasn't felt as grueling as some of them, but an important task nonetheless. It really gets you more familiarized with the sea and the different aspects of naval incursion you need to worry about. So, the Greyjoys are up and around here, and they're fighting Stark. I don't mind them. I always love when the bots fight each other. That's very helpful to me. It's not. They're whittling their own forces down and not whittling mine down. So that's great. We'll always take that. Okay. So, nice little victory there. And I believe we had troops to move. We had that siege engine to move, if I'm not mistaken. Just double check up to the north again here. Yeah, there's that siege engine. So do I want to... I think I still want to bring it down into Storm's End. Makes the most sense. Yeah. Okay. Oh, unable to commit. Oh, actually... Oh, we have too many... we don't have enough supply, I believe. I could risk it and go into that. That seems very risky. I could try and take that guy out just with a siege engine, though. That's plumb for the taking if I don't. I wish I could bring it to Storm's End. If I were to take that troop out, that would be at least buffered. So, see, another tough decision here, or do I want to just even forego the... yeah, let's take a look at the big map here. Okay. We're going to bring the siege engine. I don't think it's going to let me do this. I'll try it one more time. No. It really doesn't let me do it. Oh, okay. I wonder if I go and take the port again a second time, I wonder if that's just enough to actually win me the game. Enemies have taken it over, so if I retake it, this might count as the third battle here. So let's go, let's throw all the marbles in the basket here. Let's do Stannis Baratheon. Let's see if we don't take over this port a second time. Does it count for... and take over enemy port. It did. It did count. So there you go. There's a neat little trick actually that you can pull off. You can actually take a port, give it to your enemy, and then retake it for the win. So if this was a little bit helpful for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been Legendary Tactics.